Buy-to-let in Huddersfield. Student and local rental demand. So, you thinking about dipping your toes into the Huddersfield buy-to-let scene? Smart move. But here's the kicker. Not all rental demand is created equal. Between the student crowd and the local working population, Huddersfield is a bit of a two-faced market. And trust me, I've seen both sides. Let's start with the obvious. Students. Huddersfield's got the University of Huddersfield right in the heart of town. And let me tell you, it's not just some little college. Over 20,000 students are enrolled. And yep, a hefty chunk of them want somewhere to live that doesn't involve sharing a bathroom with 6 other people. Sound familiar? I once handled a portfolio of HMOs near Kings Mill Lane, classic student territory. Demand was insane during the summer letting season. We'd list a room and get 6 WhatsApps within an hour. But, and here's where you need to pay attention. The student market is seasonal and needs management. Miss that July-August window and your rooms might sit empty till January. Not ideal, right? Now, don't go thinking it's all easy cash. Students are savvy now. They're looking for en-suites. No one wants to queue in flip-flops for the shower. High-speed Wi-Fi, streaming, gaming, you name it. Bills included. They don't want the headache. If your property doesn't tick those boxes, they'll just scroll past. Brutal but true. But wait, now, let's talk locals. Huddersfield's also got a solid blue-collar base, with strong demand from working professionals, young families, and even some downsizers. The vibe in places like Lindley, Marsh, and Birkby is totally different. I've let 2-bed terraces in those areas within days of marketing, and that's without staging or pro photos. Not that I recommend skipping that. Let me paint a picture. Just last autumn, I let a modest semi in Dalton to a young couple relocating from Leeds. She was NHS, he was in logistics. They were done with Leeds prices and loved that Huddersfield was still commutable. We had 6 applications from 1 open viewing. 6. And the landlord? Over the moon. The thing is, local renters are a bit more stable. They don't up and vanish in July. They're looking for long-term homes, gardens, parking, close to schools and transport. If you got a well-presented 2 to 3 bed house near a good school catchment, honestly, you'll barely need to advertise. And here's where it gets juicy. Dual demand areas. Think Newsom and Mold Green. You get the overflow from students and local tenants. 1 month you're letting to a 3rd-year pharmacy student. The next, it's a young couple expecting their first child. That kind of flexibility is gold. But, and there's always a but, know your regs. If you're going down the HMO route, which is tempting, I know, licensing in Article 4 can trip you up. Don't assume it's all green lights. One client ignored that advice, bought a place near Bradford Road thinking he turned it into a 5-bed HMO. Long story short, K refurb, 0 license equals empty house and a very angry phone call to me. Also, recent UK trends matter. Renters and councils are getting stricter about EPC ratings. With the shift toward EPCC by 2028 looming, buying a cheap old terrace with a G rating might seem clever, until you realize you'll need 10K plus in upgrades. So, what's the verdict? If you're thinking of buying to let in Huddersfield, decide your target tenant first. Student or local. Pick a lane, or at least know where the lanes cross. Budget for voids in management. Students leave en masse. Locals stay longer, but they'll expect better finish. Watch licensing, especially for multi-lets. Don't ignore EPCs and compliance. It's 2025. We're past the era of paint and pray. One last story, just because it's too good not to share. I once managed a property that was accidentally marketed to both students and locals. Chaos. We had a 2nd-year law student viewing at the same time as a retired couple. Awkward doesn't even begin to cover it. Moral of the story? Know your market. Huddersfield's got plenty of potential. You just need to play it smart.